So this is Sofas in the Garden, one of the Brotherhood tunes from before. And Menace is going to be playing some of the new tunes on the new album. I'm going to be talking a bit about the Brotherhood. So there's two sibling brothers, and obviously they're based in Ipswich. There's Menace and there's Blaze as well. And from what I gather here, they formed in 2006. I'm sure Menace can correct me if my information is wrong. They've had 4 albums. Obviously, the first one was in 2014, 2017, 2021, and most recent one is in, obviously, I believe it came out end of Jan, The Broken Class, which is currently topping at number 2 in the iTunes hip-hop top 10, if I remember rightly. The other things I found out about Brotherhood as well, apparently this started as a hobby, and that surprised me. Also, in 2011, Wiley himself had asked them to join the Elusive UK tour alongside Ed Sheeran, Skepta and JME. Now that is something, and then some. So, are you ready, Menace?
I'm ready when you are.
Okay, let's go. So it's quite informal. I'm just pretty relaxed, but at the same time, part of the reason why we do these interviews is because the music industry, as you know, it's for new people trying to come in. It can be quite difficult, or it's knowing where to go, getting advice, especially for the younger generation. What I'm going to do is just start off by obviously just going through some small questions first. So let's start firstly, your latest album. Let's go with that. It's currently at number 2, as I mentioned in the chart. So The Broken Class, was that all the tunes, everything written by yourself and Blaze?
Everything written by myself and Blaze, yeah, that's right. Other than the one rap feature, which is C major. Obviously, he wrote his own verse. Other than that, every other verse, the singing verses, I wrote all of the singing verses, to be fair. And yeah, Blaze wrote all his bars and choruses.
Now, see, that's so. I mean, obviously, I've seen your lives. I've been in them. I've seen you freestyling like no business. Absolutely amazing. Is there anything else? Obviously, because obviously you're a writer as well as rapping. I'm presuming that you're also producing your own tunes and you also create your own instrumentals.
No, we don't. We actually don't. That's probably the only thing we don't do. To be fair, we shoot. I mix and master all the music, and shoot our videos, edit the videos. Everything is us, other than the instrumentals. The instrumentals are just sourced from multiple different producers, to be honest. That's the one thing I wish I did get started on at the beginning of our journey. But at this point, it's like it's too time consuming, and there's just so many good producers out there. Just let them do their thing.
There's a lot of producers / DJs on this platform. If you found that obviously there's a good instrumental out there, you know, would they be able to sort of like come to you and be like, you know, I've got this instrumental, do you feel the vibe, would you use it?
Of course, I say it to everyone, to be honest. People ask us for features as well all the time, and there's always producers messaging us as well, and I just say there's no rules. If we like it, we'll do it. Simple. But it's just like I always tell people, we are super duper picky, especially nowadays. Before we weren't as much, but now we've got the world of instrumentals, especially on YouTube, and we're at a point as well in our quote unquote career where we're just doing it for legacy. We're just doing it for love. Do you know what I mean? So if we don't love it, if we don't like it, we won't force it. We don't force anything now, regardless of who it is. Do you know what I mean? Whether they're a small artist or a big artist.
I can understand that, But you also do things as a solo project as well, don't you? Because I remember speaking to you a long while ago about obviously I said to you this tune made me cry to Danny with Love.
Okay.
And
Do you know what? That's a funny one because I don't actually make since Brotherhood formed. Obviously, when I first started rapping, I was really young. I was actually 8 years old when I first started rapping. But obviously, growing up, I had my own crews and stuff. I'd be in crews with my friends and stuff. But since we formed, me and Blaze formed in '06 as Brotherhood. Since then, I didn't really do solo projects from then. Kind of odd track here and there. But that track there, the two Danny with Love, is the first track I've done by myself in years, like over a decade, literally.
said I've got it, and I've got the new album as well, and the lyrics are on point. That's, you know, they are absolute fire. I props to you.
Appreciate
How
that.
right?
Appreciate
So
that.
again, we're gonna have DJs in here. You know, we have producers coming in and out because obviously, you know, like I say, in the circle that the people I talk to, you know, they there's even writers that are going to be coming in. How do you get like your inspiration? I mean, you are talking real life bars here. How do you get that flowing?
Life. I wish I had a more elaborate answer than that, but yeah, just life, man. It's all aspects, especially this project. We're speaking about obviously the first track, Class Lock Cultures, like putting the world to rights. We're speaking about the current political climate, and if you wanna call it that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and anything um that's wrong with the world, I guess. Hence our motto: "Love life, hate the world." And then straight from that, we're talking about in the next track, we're talking about kids trapping. And then the next one's about the relationship. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Relationship tunes is like a 4 or 5 relationship tunes on there as well. So it's just life, all aspects of life, man. And from our point of view and how we feel about everything, basically. As much as that's a boring answer, I guess.
Now, you know, what I love about you, Menace, is the fact that obviously, like I said, I've been into your streams quite a few times, and you're very much an open book. What you see is what you get. And, you know, it's really humbling to see that. And obviously with your followers as well, you know, you always show a lot of love, and we appreciate that as the followers as well, you know. So it's just to say obviously a massive thank you, because I can see that your followers appreciate you. Not everyone knows this, but I think it was September last year, maybe. You and Blaze did if you want to call it an event,
Hmm.
and wasn't that in your hometown of Ipswich?
Yeah, hometown of Ipswich. Uh, First of all, obviously, you said like supporters appreciate me. I appreciate them. Like, and obviously, do you know what I mean? I feel like anyone that doesn't, any artist that doesn't, they're for not even being around the bush. They're stupid. If I'm being honest, like I know it's cliche, but you're nothing without your supporters. You know what I mean? I could be making music in my bedroom like I was when I first started. You know what I'm trying to say? And I feel like even though we're not at the forefront of the scene of how we kind of were bubbling up at one point, and when grime was going in a certain direction, I feel the most supported I ever have since TikTok, like and just having that direct contact with people that appreciate our music. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Sorry. What was your question? I kind of went off on a tangent there.
No, 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 you're good. You kind of answered that. It's just to say, obviously, it was just me basically saying how much I can see that you appreciate your followers as well. And, you know, I realized this because when you guys did that event, as a DJ, you, when you're going out doing gigs, you know, your TikTok following doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to come and support you at the gigs. Whereas
A hundred
on your
percent,
page, I noticed a lot of people did come and support you.
100%. Definitely don't take that for granted. Like you said, there'll be a lot of people on TikTok that that won't translate into the real life, into the real world. You know what I mean? But we are all human, and I always make a point of appreciating people. And I'm not stupid. A lot of people on here will see numbers. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, for instance, there's like 14 people in it right now. It's been going up and down or whatever. I've had crazy numbers over the years on TikTok. But I still never take 10 for granted because that's 10 human beings. You know what I'm trying to say? I get more support now with, there could be 10 people in my room, there could be 20, there could be 50, 40, whatever, yeah? I get more support now, though, from the select few of the family than when I had like 1,700 people in the room. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's definitely quality over quantity, and I always bang on about, like, we're all human beings. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if there's 10 people, and that proved it as well. Like you said, the show, that proved it. Real life human beings coming down to support, and yeah, that was good, man. I can't wait. I'm definitely gonna do another one this year as well. Life's too short.
Bless up everyone. If you can continue to obviously share, repost. Menace, can I be cheeky and ask you to play a tune from your new album?
Of course I can. Is there anything you want to hear particular, or you want me to choose?
Nope, I've got the album on my phone, so I would say you just pick at random.
Pick one. All right, cool. In that case, if there's anyone in here that's not heard it, I'm gonna play the first tune. Let's get it.
Your booze mean nothing, and see what makes you cheer.
This one's called Class, Not Culture. We got everyone that came through, man. Your dad fucked your mum on his rock, and now you're proud of that. You think you finally found your purpose? You just found a flag. What about Sudan, Palestine, Congo? Stop, bro. We already know you won't be shouting that. They ask me what's the difference. Listen. You're proud of the oppressors and aggressors. We're just proud of the resistance. You wouldn't understand, I break it down more, but I leave that up to another man, cause my patience is thin and I've been spitting my whole life. Been that woke guy. You little idiots have been sleeping, they've been close tight, both eyes. Now you wanna act like you're the bow type. Unfortunately, I'll be fighting for freedom till my soul flies. Kinda like I don't cry. I can't. When I'm seeing kids that are in bits and I'm in literally on my phone while I'm laying on my bed inside the country, it was co-signed. Damn. Love life, hate the world, now you know why. Listen up, only difference between us and a refugee is luck. Living our lives in these invisible lines, and if the richest decide the poor are willing to die, fuck warring for resources, get paupers shooting paupers. The poor don't think they're poor cause they ain't poorer than the poorest, this is madness. If we close the borders then it's sorted, rich wankers and their saunas laugh for all of you that bought it with a champers. Sad. That's the old money. Of course, they're pointing a finger at them instead of their own bodies. Bet they find it so funny. We're fighting in our own house. If you don't get it now, then don't worry. I've been listening for ages. Sick of all the pagans. I ain't diplomatic, I just spit it in their faces. Ain't much changed since I was little making A-list, and I'm sticking to my ways until they're digging up my grave. It's Menace.
They spend your wages in a second, they don't give a fuck about your race, that you're a peasant. Never. This a war of class, all the people from the poorer past. We share a story, they want tore apart. They are know by your clothes being forced to last. Some people never felt the struggle of a debt, not once. They know about the guilt in your gut. When even thinking about December makes your mother get depressed. Look some nonsense, drew some lines in the earth, and now your worth's attached. Some bootlicking little worker rap. I'll say it calmly, look before I serve the army, I'll be serving crack. The wagon burning flags, I can turn it back. Like how the fuck is this supposed to work? I see these racists took the stage and told the people listen. But most of humans on this earth just want a decent living. They want a replay of the past, they want a recondition. Need to listen, need a change in every leader sitting. The greed is risen and they're taking from us. The 1%, the only ones that can afford to be lazy and dumb. As if the system isn't crazy enough. They pay for surgeons while these nurses can't pay for a bus. They treat the workers like the vermin, should be trading our stuff. Should be owning what you're making, but you voted for these slavers. That's the fact, they love this life cause I've been overdosed with hatred. I've been holding back the anger, though it's time to speak. Have to roll the light as Z just to try to sleep. I've been fighting with my demons, now I'm fighting people that deny they try to divide the streets. I never liked the way there's lords and I despise elites. Fuck the rules, you know the prince is just a rapey perv. Look at the state of earth, they try to sell you out to make it, while they're boosting the pagans is trying to make it worse.
Class, Not Culture. That's track 1 from The Broken Class. I thought I played the first track, man. Big love, Tatsy.
Menace, tell people where they can buy this album. And you know what? It wasn't even like blimmin' £4. And I'm like, what?
$3.99, mate. Cheaper than chips in certain places nowadays, 2026. Yeah, if you want to support the cause, honestly, I'm not just saying this. It's not about the money at all, because we literally made it as cheap as possible, as iTunes would let us, to try and make a dent in the charts. And that is exactly what we did. Obviously, we hit #1 in the hip hop charts. We're still around. I don't know where we are right now. Obviously, it's going up and down all the time. But if you really, really want to support, if you've got $3.99, I know nobody buys music anymore, but if you really want to support, iTunes is the place. And not to confuse it with Apple Music, you actually have to click on iTunes and buy it that way. But if not, just stream it and listen to it. I just hope people like it first and foremost.
You know, exactly. And I kid you not, when you look at the charts that you're in and you look at the other, obviously looking at the prices of other things, but the fact that if it's, you know, with the tunes on there as well, it's worth way more than that. And I know it ain't about the money for you, and I know that, you know, like I said, you're a humble person, and anyone that's been in your lives can see that. So, but appreciate the music and the love for the music.
Appreciate that. I appreciate you too, man. Like everything you're saying, I can echo that straight back to you, man. Appreciate the support you've shown me as well.
So tell me then, so when I've been reading up on you, it was quite difficult because obviously it's, in some ways it's a good thing, because obviously you keep yourself private with your personal life versus your musical life. Now, I read that, as I said before, that you and your brother just did this as a hobby. So what, you know, when you were growing up, did you foresee that you would get to this stage?
Not at all, because when we started, just for context, like you said, we formed it in 2006. All right, some people weren't even born. Do you know what I mean? Like 2006, when we started, or that's not, sorry, not even start. Sorry, that's when we formed. We started in when I was 8. What's that? What year would it have been? 2002. 2002 is when I first started rapping, and Blaze even before that. And them times there, this was not feasible. Grime is not a thing. There's no internet like this. There's not even YouTube yet. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So you're not even dreaming of making any money off it. Everyone and their dog just had 8 bars at school. Do you know what I mean? Everybody was starting to MC when garage was now turning into grime. Not turning into, but you know what I mean? Grime is being born from that kind of a genre. So yeah, of course it was a hobby, just like everyone else. Do you know what I mean? And then it's got to the point where the rappers we looked up to, the rappers we were listening to, started breaking through. Do you know what I mean? They started making mainstream / pop songs and stuff to kind of break through and lead the way for everything that's happened since. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, people know the story, but yeah, if you don't, that's what happened. You got the Tiny Tempers, you got your Wileys, all the people that started breaking through, Tinchy Strider at the time, and that just made it feasible. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, that maybe we actually can in the UK, because before grime and the whole scene that we know now, it was boy bands. Do you know what I mean? Like it's Blue and that. You know what I mean? Like it's Westlife. Like that was dominating the charts, but now, have a look now. Do you know what I mean? This whole culture, grime, hip hop, R&B, the whole black culture, if we don't want to be around the bush, that is pop culture now. Do you know what I mean? Grime, rap, hip hop, R&B is pop now, if that makes sense. It just means popular at the end of the day. But yeah, of course it started as a hobby. It wasn't even you couldn't even dream of making a living off music back then. But the internet changes things, and even now, I still I wouldn't say it's my profession. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like I'm a videographer away from music. But of course, obviously, we have made money off music over the years. Do you know what I mean?
I'm still absolutely shocked, and in a positive way, the fact of 8 years old and you're doing these big things like that. I'm like, that's madness, but in a good way. So props to you. I tell you, I mean, I write lyrics and that, but not that started very later on in life, but 8 years old. Wow.
Yeah, got Blaze to thank for that. He was the first person. He wrote me my first lyric. Taught me how to spit to the beat and stuff. Obviously, Blaze is a little bit older than me. And yeah, the rest of it, he was just shocked of how quickly I picked it up. And then obviously I started writing my own lyrics, and the rest is history. But yeah, definitely Blaze is the reason that I'm here. Do you know what I mean?
Amazing. Anyone inside have a question? Let me know in the comments and we'll ask a question. But in the meantime, can we get another tune? And,
Yes.
You know, and also, guys, remember you can get this album on iTunes. It's like $3.99 or something. And honestly, the amount of tunes on there as well, absolutely spot on. And the bars, they're up there. You know, real. We're talking real talk. So
Appreciate you.
Take it away, Menace.
Okay, what should we do? Do you know what? Because Gigi's in here right now, we're gonna play a totally opposite vibe to the first track that I first played. Obviously, track 1 was Class Not Culture that we just played. For the second one, I'm gonna play track 10, which is definitely very different. I don't know what it's like where you lot are weather-wise, but just imagine a summer. Forever yours.
Sunshine on my face. The sun doesn't shine every day, but I'll be there when it pours. Rain or shine, I'm forever yours.
Forever, ever, forever, ever, through every era and every era will we never weather. Yeah, it's been a storm, but there'll be better weather. Even then they asked you how it was and you said never better. To think we wasn't gonna get together, I just wanted time to myself, but now I'm ready, Bella. Clear skies, but it's getting wetter. Still they don't believe you when you tell them I'm the best you ever had. Took you to my island, always got you smiling. Even when I'm firing, it's like you're my hydrant. I never thought I'd meet a woman like you. 5'5", thick thighs, pretty eyes too. No doubt we'll catch a flight soon. Time to go and get what we deserve in this life, boo. And we ain't waiting to get it in heaven. Only time I'm trying to be cold in the 7-Eleven.
Sunshine on my face. The sun doesn't shine every day, but I'll be there when it pours. Rain or shine, I'm forever yours.
It's like I wanted, needed everything you gave me, cause you're honest, decent, trying to be your savior. You ain't the type to turn a minor into major. We faced the storm and then we grew quicker. Trust me, I'm a new trust me, I'm a new fella. Used to tell the news but had to quit cause I'm a truth teller. Been making music for the youth and now it's you, Bella. My mood's better when I'm with you, make it feel like it's some June weather. I take you out with the grey, out to the beach or to an outing on a mountainous range. Always knew I had to search from other cans to the state. Lost my faith when I was down, then when I found me a saint. I swear you're too special, got me two-stepping, took me to a new level. I swear I'm through messing, watch you make a huge effort. You give me more than you get, queen, so I'll be there for you like the Friends theme at jet speed.
Sunshine on my face. Shine on my face. The sun doesn't shine every day. I'll be there when it pours. Rain or shine, I'm forever yours. Sunshine on my face. The sun doesn't shine every day. I'll be there when it pours. Rain or shine, I'm forever yours.
That one there is called Forever Yours, featuring Troy Hudson, track 10 from the project. Big up Dion, big up Gigi, big up Jade, all the family. And big up DJ Tatsy, of course.
Absolutely love that. Forever Yours. Track 4 is one of my faves, Wifey. So I'll get Menace to play that in a minute as well.
Big up Gigi.
So Yeah, bless up everyone inside. Thank you so much for sharing and reposting. We appreciate you. Um, so, what is coming up next? Obviously, new album. What's the next step for Brotherhood?
First of all, we're doing this differently because every project before, we've always had a crazy run, made a lot of noise, and built some anticipation for the project. But when the project dropped, we kind of just like stopped. CZ love. We kind of just like stopped and didn't promote it once it was out, kind of thing. But we've done this one differently. We didn't do like a crazy run. We didn't go. Before, we'd always go like one extra or something, or do an SBTV, depending on what year it is. Something, do you know what I mean? As a build up to the album, and then once it dropped, we wouldn't really have much of a plan. But this time we've done it the other way around. We've not done much promotion for this at all, to be honest. We're not going anywhere else, just straight socials and pushing it out to the people that already support us. So this time we're gonna give it more of a push. So the plan is, it's just come out. Do you know what I mean? It just come out literally Thursday. It's not even been a week yet. So the next step is this still. So we're going to give every track its own push. Do you know what I mean? Every track its own push. For instance, that song we just played, we're going to do a video for that in the summer. Because at the end of the day, even if it's the same reason we put Wifey on this. Wifey's actually 2 years old. Sophie's in the Garden is like a year or a year and a half old or something like that. Because it's new to most people in the world. Do you know what I mean? Not enough people have heard it. So we are definitely pushing this more, and in different ways. We're going to find different ways to promote it. But then after that, more music. I don't know. We might do another project this year, or maybe maybe even two. I don't know. But if it's not another project, it will just be loads of singles. Maybe like a single a month or something. We'll see. We'll test the ground of TikTok, and that is the perfect place to do it after all. But yeah, first of all, pushing this.
TikTok is good for that. I think, hell, if you're doing another event, I'm there this time. I couldn't make the last one because otherwise I would have gone.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. A few people couldn't make it, to be fair, so it'll be good to see people this time.
2011, the likes of, obviously, you met Wiley, you've met Ed Sheeran. How did that feel? Because obviously people need to understand you were still very young then.
Yeah, 2011, I was 16, 17. I think I was 16 when Wiley rung. Basically, long story short, when I was 14, these were MSN days. Big up everyone. Big up the MSN crew. Everyone that remembers MSN. And these times, Ice Kid Chipmunk had done the famous Westwood freestyle. And I've been a fan of Ice Kid from like my youth days and Channel U. For everyone that remembered that, we used to get compared a lot because our voices were similar. Well, that was later down the line. But at the time, when I was about 14, I think, I somehow, don't ask me how, I somehow got Ice Kid's Addy. And added him, obviously, spoke to him, trying to show him, obviously, my tracks and stuff. He actually listened, and the rest is history. He just gassed me up, if I'm being honest. Like, he replied, he's like, I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but it's what he said. He was just gassing me up. You can imagine what he's saying, yeah? And he's the reason that he told Wiley about us. He told Dot Rotten about us. And then he made me a beat, because Ice was producing beats at the time as well. He made me a beat. I spat on that beat. He showed them that track. It's actually called A-List, and I actually referenced it. I reference it in the first track I played, Class Not Culture, right at the end. But he sent that to Wiley, Dot Rotten. Maxter somehow heard it. I think he heard it on like Facebook at the time or something. They all got in contact, and it all just kind of happened at once. It was like a snowball effect, and ended up going in a crew of Dot Rotten, making tunes with Dot Rotten. Dot Rotten introduced us to other people, but that's down the line. But yeah, from that, the Wiley thing, he took us. It didn't actually go he didn't like ring us. He rung us, yeah, and nothing came of it immediately. Like he said he was gonna come. Everyone in the game, yeah, everyone in Grime has got a story about Wiley where they've rung him. He's rung them, sorry, and he's not come through. He's such a gas man. He's doing things all the time. He means well, but he didn't pull through straight away. So we didn't actually. Nothing came of that straight away, but we knew mutuals, and then we linked Riggs. Big out everyone that remembers Riggs from Manchester. We linked him at the show, and then obviously he brought us through. Do you know what I mean? And then we met Wiley. He's like, blah blah blah, and then he said, "Yeah, do you want to come? Like, do you want to perform?" Like, and it happened like that. It's proper off the cuff. We performed in Norwich, and then after that, he's like, "What are you saying? You want to jump on the tour bus?" And then we just jumped on the tour bus, and it was mad. J2K was there, like a few members of Roll Deep were there. Some couple random dons there as well, but yeah, sick man, proper memory of a lifetime. And then at the final show as well, when we went to the London show, the final show, and that is when Skepta and Ed Sheeran and that performed as well. That was surreal.
Was you a little bit starstruck at the time?
A little bit. I wouldn't say starstruck. It's surreal. It's surreal. Surreal is a better word, but I wouldn't say starstruck. But yeah, definitely surreal.
Ed Sheeran, obviously, you know, he bigged you guys up as well, because I remember reading about that as well. So that's, you know, to me that is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So after doing all that, you know, who would you say is probably the most for you, most like famous person that you've met, that you would been like back in the day when you obviously growing up, you'd be like, this is someone that I followed, and you know, again, it could be back in, I can't remember when Ed Sheeran came out, but you know, like someone that you would look to musically.
Are you asking me who's the most famous person I've met, like through music, or?
Yeah, that, and you know, firstly, the famous artists you've met. Let me clarify that first, and then obviously, is there someone that you've met in the music industry where you know you look up to, like you really look up to?
The most famous person I've met, obviously, is Ed Sheeran, music-wise anyway. He was, even at the time, he was massive, to be honest. He kind of blew up kind of quick. Big up Jamal Edwards, man. Bless his soul. Obviously passed away. He was a mutual of ours. Jamal Edwards was the owner of SBTV as well, for anyone that doesn't know. But yeah, definitely Ed Sheeran, most famous. But in terms of like people that I look up to, I was getting the attention of all the people that I did like. I think the only people that I really rated from young that I never really got the attention of, and I've never actually met, is Kano. But most other people, we've met Wretch 2. We never worked with him, but we met Getz. Getz was like number one for me. Made a track with him. That was like bucket list. We actually performed. Fun fact: we actually brought out. This is obviously a mad time because of what's happened. Big everyone that knows what's happened with Getz, but this was years ago. In 2013, I think it was. We performed at Wireless Festival, and Getz had never performed at a festival prior to that, and we brought him out for our set on the SBTV stage. Big up Jamal Edwards once again, RIP. But he's probably the biggest. And Ice Kid as well. We made tracks with him. They never came out. Dot Rotten. All my favorite artists. A lot of them. All my favorite MCs anyway. A lot of them. Yeah, we did work with. I think the ones that slipped through. Devlin, Kano. I would have loved to have linked up with them. We met Dave, but it wasn't in a situation where we're making music. Do you know what I mean? He was just passing through. We were. I was doing an SBTV video actually, and he came to see Big Zoo in the studio. We see him. That was like kind of early on as it was blowing up. Dave would be a sick one to work with as well, obviously because we're kind of similar subject matter as well. Especially like the track Class Not Culture. I feel like that's something he would make. But yeah, maybe I waffled a little bit, but hopefully that answers your question.
No, you're fine, honestly. No, yeah, see, the likes of Kano, he's pretty awesome, isn't he, as well, bless him. So, you, after everything that's happened there, looking back obviously within the music industry, everyone knows just how, I keep saying it, but how cutthroat it can be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, is there anything where, if say someone, like I said before, this is to also help people just coming into the music industry, whether it's DJing, producing, writing, whatever it may be, is there any sort of like words of advice you could give them in?
My words of advice would be take everything with a pinch of salt. Take everything with a pinch of salt. So people are going to promise you the world. Take everything with a pinch of salt. And don't celebrate anything until it's happened. And don't tell anyone about anything until it's happened as well. I would definitely say that. I think that's big advice because someone messaged me the other day actually, an artist, and they said, yeah, I got my first big feature. Like, I said, is it done now? And he said, nah, but they're sorting it. I'm like, wait until it's done because trust me, I've been there. Like, I've told people this and that, and then things have fell through. Do you know what I mean? Like, which is gonna happen all the time to everyone. So that'd be my biggest things. Take everything with a pinch of salt, and don't tell anything until it's done. Just get it done. When it's 30 and you got the feature or whatever it is, you got the booking or whatever it is, then you can talk about it. That'd be my biggest advice.
No, you know what? I actually completely get where you're coming from with that, 100%. You know, I've learned it myself because I'm still fairly new to DJing and what have you. But it's kind of like you think everyone is your friend, but it don't quite work that way. So sometimes it's a learning curve.
Definitely. Win or learn.
Oh, yes. So if you want to play another tune, I would say to you, Menace, maybe play one that's obviously more new with the album, because obviously as much as I love Wifey, I've heard it.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I was going to play Wifey. We played 2 new tunes so far. What should we play? Let's play... do you know what? We played a real rap tune. Like a deeper one. That was track 1, Class Not Culture. Then we played like a summer tune, R&B, hip-hop kind of thing, track 10. We're going to play our bread and butter. But a lot of people like this one. A lot of people know us from grime. That's how we came up. So it makes sense to play the all-out grime tune. It's called Back to Back. No frills.
Everyone inside.
They say it's all about the cash balance. It's most likely the poor that'll trap these men. I go to war for a rack like Saddam. It's Saddam, it's day to Eve like Adam. Broken class, shattered dreams and broken hearts. No youth clubs that'll mold their paths. What next? But they close the parks, I can't rest. But I know they shan't, I'm too vexed. Hate the world, I can't lie. Dark times, even if I go live a star life, this is where my heart lies. Still I must drive, shit will pass by. Now I'm on a mission, ask why. Always had a voice to use, but I was comfy. Now I got a point to prove, I'm so hungry. Trying this for mumsy, tired of this factory. Me, I had a choice to choose, I can't succeed. Before I leave this earth, I'll leave my words. And when I see the dirt, they'll see my worst. So you're gonna see me work. I'll spend a weekend searching to beat some birds, it's all worthless. I'm burdened with purpose. I ain't a slave to my biological urges. Still on the grind, but I ain't got any burners. Riches are nice, but I ain't trying to be birded. Freedom is priceless. You think a mask makes you oppressed, you don't wanna be where their life is. I'm just trying to be where their life is. I need reasons for release of my eyelids. Gotta be grateful for the people we vibe with. Without them, there's no need to survive. Perspective is everything. Might think you're a loner until you're being in confinement.
Yeah, how many times man get lifted in his how did he die? Man, there was spot you claim that they love you, then a late night go round to your wives. You thought it's one man to a boom boom, then you found out that 1,000 apply. You gotta face times to get down bad, to get find out who's down for the ride. I'm down for the ride, high for the course to chase. Fuck wars that the borders make. Back then, never the force of blaze. You know I'm better than you thought, like call me, yeah. Somebody forced that endorse the fake. I'm big for the chicks that they fornicate. No jailbird, bigger than I thought a case. But still, one full swing, leave jewels decayed. Up in a brawl for breaks. Time in the mountains. Moving with the sights, I'm astounding. Never gotta get it cause they doubt it. I try finding myself and I found it. I don't care for the car, nigga drive or the piece, nigga make it the size of your houses. I won't bust like a nigga's face. I'm a media ace and I'm grinding around it. Yeah, everybody's always in a chase like Bradley. I just wanna wake up to a beach run with a sweet one so it tastes like candy. I don't really like to switch, but no, life's a bitch like a canine's angry. I ain't fussed if a date night's fancy, never give a fuck about the crew.
I am the painting linker, magnum drinker, critical thinker. Don't get gashed by the hour anymore, spread a snap of the finger. Make it by the bounces, dial up, MSN typer. Grew up on Bebo, not Insta, Beyblade Victor. Year 6 holiday, first time a racist got. You can ask Teddy, I'm this one. I am the big dream dreamer, wireless feature, bad man at FIFA. Don't get gashed by the hour anymore, now these gal want breed up. Me, I'm on the next thing, I ain't not resting until I'm on an island, feet up. You ain't on that, then speak up, still not a sheep, I'm a leader. Don't believe me, you'll see when the P's up. Grown now, so look at the world on my feet. I turn down more girls than you beat. Same club took a pure L's every week, that's you. Big body girls overseas, that's me. I ain't got shit on my wrist, no game, just real, man, it is what it is. Not a gal I never pay to get intimate with. Man, I'm gonna be pissed when I'm rich, look. I never flex on the track anymore, I never say I'm the best when I rap anymore. Doesn't mean it's not a fact anymore. Actually, pause, I ain't going back to before. Can't lie, see some chat from these dorks saying I've washed, I wash my hands for this talk. I got what none of these man can afford. Happiness might catch me.
I am the one true blazer, Pengsu maker. PC can rather go grease than a beefer. Look, I love being older, the one chosen, fuck the rough quota. Stock colder grown, but got colder. Those that don't know won't know till it's over. Everybody's in love with the cocoa. Me, you just love me, the rider, the crime author, price talker. Can't tell me you can't rude boy. You're my spitter plus live on TV reporter, Thailand explorer. Don't get gashed by the eye no more. Got mind and I'm cautious. Skywalking, highlight recording. Posh shoes roll round in a trap star, but it can tell you the size of a quarter. One of my closest turned to my pagan too. Sorry, made this tune. The name's Blaze, can't pass you the flavoured Zeus. Come like you're tasting fruits. I think deep, got me looking at my nation's roots. Everybody know what wages do. This life's massive, I living in a grateful mood. I really want them Asian views. This girl wants to link me in it. Treat these spirits. Gifted the cab, let's get the cab in with a pristine finish. We're gonna both for like 15 minutes. Peace changed like the mystic villain. Me, I can't stand a man that don't act right. You're not bad, you just mistreat women. You best hope you blow miss me with it.
Yeah, we had to, you know what? We had to do, not to cut you, we had to put like an all-out grime track on that project because there's not loads of grime on there. Thought, yeah, but a lot of people like that one. So big up everyone that's been spinning back to back track 9.
Now, for you personally, when you're at home, you're chilling, what's your go-to music?
R&B. Everyone that knows me, everyone that follows me on my my other account, especially, day to day I play R&B, man. I love in another life, I'm an R&B singer. Do you know what I mean? God didn't bless me with the range, but yeah, R&B day to day. If I could pick one genre to listen to and nothing else, it would be R&B, 100%. But yeah, obviously a mix of everything, but R&B / hip hop.
Love R&B. Ella May is one of my go-tos.
I love LMA. I love LMA. Got a few of her on the playlist.
And back in the day, it was Aaliyah for me as well, and Brandy.
Yeah,
I always
love
crack a
Brandy as
joke
well.
showing my age and don't make them like they used to.
Nah, I love both of them, to be fair. Aaliyah's a little bit... I'm not as massive, as big a fan as most people are with Aaliyah, because a lot of her songs are quite slow. And I like the more upbeat R&B. Unpopular opinion, a lot of people think 90s R&B is the one, but for me, it's early 2000s, man. All like the Chris Browns and the Mario, do you know what I mean? Neos and that.
Ashanti?
Ashanti as well, definitely. Ashanti, the Ashanti and Ja Rule combo, crazy. Enough bangers between them two.
By the time those tunes were coming out, I think I started going out to the pubs and clubs then. I know, I'm definitely showing my age now, I know this.
I think Blaze was as well, to be fair, just about. Just about.
I mean, you're still young yet. What, in your 30s?
31. I'm coming up to 32.
And he still has that baby face, people. Honestly.
Fountain of Youth. I found it a long time ago.
So tell us something that I can't obviously find on the internet about you. Doesn't have to be personal, just anything.
That you can't find on the internet. This is a good question. You know, it's it's like one of them questions like where you see yourself in 5 years kind of thing. They're hard when you put people on the spot. But let me have a quick think. What can I say? Like a random fact. I'll tell you a random fact. You can find out on the internet, but you probably haven't seen it. So this is a random fact from my music family. I've actually, I don't know if there's any football fans in here, but they're obviously a very famous club. I was the creator of a Sunday League YouTube football team, and we got invited to Manchester City's training ground, and we trained there. There's actually a video online. We trained there and met the current manager, arguably the greatest manager ever, Pep Guardiola, and he watched our football and he was very impressed by it. That's a random fact for you.
I can see some of the people thinking in the comments, you know, football's a very controversial subject.
Yeah.
I'm a Man United fan. Don't kill me, people. Do not kill me.
Boo.
Hey, isn't that bad?
Nah, you're all right now.
So
On the up,
what
on
I'm
the
going
up.
to do is there any questions for the people following right now? I just saw Leeds United, yuck. I truly appreciate your support, honestly, and thank you for doing this interview, you know, because I know obviously, you know, I can see you're always busy doing things, but I truly appreciate you.
All good, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for asking me, man. Appreciate you thinking of me.
Remember, guys, Brvtherhood's new album, you can purchase it on iTunes, and it's less than £4. And it's called The Broken Class. So please, you know, if you want to support the cause, please do. And I will say I would have paid probably at least a tenner for it. The amount of tunes on there and for what you're paying. And like I said, the bars are on point. It's real talk. So as I say, you know, it's on iTunes. And it is second in the iTunes Hip Hop Top 10. You know, I'm still keeping my fingers crossed it gets to #1 for you and it stays there.
It's hit number one. It's hit number one a couple of times. I don't even know if it's #2 right now. It's hit #1 a couple of times though. It goes up and down obviously throughout the week as people buy in and people buy other tunes. But yeah, hopefully we can keep it in and around anyway.
I would say let's hear one more tune from Menace on this new album. Then I've got maybe one more question and then I will let him go.
Okay, in that case, if we're going to do one more tune, I'm going to play one that was previously released. But again, like I said about promoting this project, it's new to most people on Earth. So, and there's probably a couple of people in here that have not heard it. So we're going to play the last track. It was intended to always be an outro for a project. It's probably my favorite track that we've ever released as well. And it's called Sofas in the Garden. This one's for everyone that grew up in a counter estate. I'm sure you can relate.
Now this head it just won't do. Trying to make it through to the other side. I made it. Now this head it just won't do. Trying to make it through to the other side. I made it.
Couples used to be rolled. All this proves that we're cold. Now it's bruising my soul. The past powers are the present and the future is told. I just hope to see my movie get shown. I got that Nubian gold. We got some offers at the office, but I'm dubious though. Cause I've had promise after promise and it's usually broke. I know enough to know myself and know the do's and the don'ts. The views are master shown, our views are in golf. We do it year after year again. Had it up to here again. Our fans that make it clear to their peers, but they ain't hearing them. We walked alone for most of the time that we devote to this grind. I come alive when it's a vibe, but still I'm socially shy. I make decisions that I'm living with. Figure to myself that it'd be different if I didn't never give a shit. I recognize my privilege and all that I was given. Take your life and make it riveting. Or make a difference, cause I was always smart but never holding on to Harvard. I'm from a state where they leave sofas in the garden. The caravan's like an extra room or extension. And there's no telling what some brothers do for attention. I'm used to seeing holes in the wall, the door's broken and cracked. When people over, you give out when the facts. You got a whip in the drive and know the motor is fast. So everything that you be posting is gas. I look around and I see nothing that can lift me in this. It's fucking depressing. It's either evil or it's regression. I fight these feelings that the weed lessens. I try my best to find my peace, but still the screams deafen. Either way, I keep stepping. Grateful now I'm aged, so I don't need weapons. Always kept myself to myself when I know seed spreading. Even from my teen days, I was like, fuck it, I'm a dream chase.
Yeah. That's the only way. Trying to keep a hold of faith, but no one really knows their fate. I don't wanna go to waste. Option to settle never goes away. It's pedal to the metal till I own a grave. Might as well. So many people that I try to tell, but they don't wanna listen to. Your life excels, seeing's believe, and I'm still screaming free my guys in jail. We like to buy and sell, but they just got a different kind of clientele, the broken class. Cause it's not working even though we graft. If you know my part, so many high as hell, and I don't blame him cause I know it's hard. But that road is dark. Couple brothers started smoking and it broke my heart, honestly. I just tried to block it out, I gotta leave. I love my G's, but I gotta bounce. It's gonna look like stunting, but I'm like Goodwill Hunting. I can't wait till I can say that I am not about. Most just want a house, but I don't give a fuck. I need the freedom to just hop around so I stop feeling stuck. I'm not about to start flipping grub to blow all on bottles now and still be in some shitty club. The jig is up. I'm just grateful I ain't in a rut like half the man I see already given up and done resigned. Need to repay myself, forget all that pain I felt. Cause even though I hate the world, I still love this life. A couple dying, you might question that. Think about my brother's mum admiring the strength she has. I realised kinda young that none of this is fair, but I can't sit and stare, just gotta try to be a better man. Pain all around me, I cried enough through the years, and now I'm pouring out my soul. These ain't just words you hear, and this is real stuff. When I feel fucked, I don't hear it. But what is grief if not love, persevering?
Now this headache just won't do. Trying to make it through to the other side.
Big up Jade.
I made it.
That one's called Sophies in the Garden, and it's the last track on our project, The Broken Class. Like I said, probably my favourite track we've ever released.
Absolutely love. It's got like that R&B, but it's also really soulful.
I do love. Do you know what it is? We are. I think that's the running theme through this project as well, and it just shows the kind of beats we love when it's got like a female R&B vocal in a sample. Do you know what I mean? A lot of the beats have samples in them, and I just love them kind of beats. Big up Morello.
Yes, Morello, hope you're good. Guys, if you are new to obviously learning about Brotherhood, please give Menace a follow. But like I said, the Broken Class new album is out now on iTunes. And as I say, you know, that is just one of the very many tunes on the album, Real Talk. Now, listening to those lyrics, right, them bars are pretty raw, let's say. So you said obviously it's probably your favorite tracks on there. Can you tell us why?
I just feel like with other tracks, there's always something like, I could have done that a bit different. With that, because of the subject matter as well, kind of speaks for itself. But it's one that I'd be like, I would want you to play that at my funeral, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I say everything I want to say. I feel like Blaze says everything he wants to say as well, and I just wouldn't change anything about it. So that's probably the main reason I wouldn't change anything. Whereas other things, I listen back and I'm like, I could have done that a little bit different, could have changed that a bit. But I feel like we said everything we needed to.
I've got to say, like, listening to that tune, you mentioned about growing up on a council estate. Like, obviously, when I moved to this country, I also grew up on a council estate as well. And people used to say it was like one of the roughest areas where I was staying in Oxford. But to me, it was just my ends, you know what I mean? But to me, you know, you mind your business, you do what you got to do. And as a kid growing up in that estate, you know, as rough as people thought it was, people protected each other. They knew each other. Like, I could go next door and get sugar, or, you know, if someone saw me like I was upset or something, they'd come in and be like, obviously make sure I'm all right. You know, we protected each other. But nowadays, you don't really see that as often. I'm talking like back when. So, and the tune, you know, the Broken Class, to me, it almost reflects the good with the bad. What would you say? I mean, that title's a really strong title. What, can
Appreciate
you
it.
kind of like explain a bit more of how you came to that title?
The Broken Class. It's actually a lyric in that Surface in the Garden. I've mentioned it in a few different lyrics. It's just a play on words, really. Obviously, most of the world are working class, and the reason we called it the Broken Class is because obviously it's called the working class because we work. I mean, most people will live in paycheck to paycheck. That's why it's called the working class. Yeah, but obviously it's a play on words. It's called the Broken Class because it's not working, even though we graft. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just basically pointing out that the system is broken. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Especially for the working class. There's not much more to it than that. But do you know what? The funny thing about that is we were supposed to make this. We had that title for a project for about 10 years ago, but we never did it. And it's weird, man. Butterfly effect, because I feel like this is my favorite ever project. So I'm so happy we didn't make it. I don't think we'd have been ready to make this 10 years ago. And I'm super happy with this project. I can't explain enough how much more I rate this project more than our others. Do you know what I mean? Like, this one, I'm happy with every single tune. Where I listen back to a few old projects and I think, I wouldn't have done that now. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, like, this is a one, again, same with that track. This is one I'd say, like, when I'm gone, play this to represent me. Do you know what I mean? And that's how I'm making music now, with that kind of thought, that legacy, right? Not even,
No,
I don't care
100%.
about like blowing per se. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's more about leaving something behind.
Right, guys, I'm gonna let Menace go now. However, I'm gonna say, obviously, once again, thank you so much. Please give Menace a follow. His brother Blaze is also part of the Brotherhood. Have a look at the album on iTunes, The Broken Class. Like I said, it's less than £4, and the tunes are amazing. I'm not just saying that because I can be quite picky with certain things. They don't say selector for nothing. So, but honestly, Menace, thank you so much, my bro.
Honestly,
I appreciate you.
I
One day
appreciate
I'm
you.
gonna have to try and get you and Blaze in a studio so that I can mix and you lot can throw bars at me.
Yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be sick. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for having me as well. As much as I appreciate everyone buying it as well, I do recognize that nobody buys music nowadays. You know what I mean? Everyone that has bought it has done it to just support us. If you are new and you're hearing this for the first time, just go listen to it. Just stream it. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Music. You don't have to buy it, but if you do want to go the extra mile, we appreciate it. It helps towards the iTunes charts, as we said early in the interview, man. But big love, Tatsy. And yeah, anytime, man. Big love.
Big love, Menace. You take care and say hi to Blaze for me. All the
Will do.
blessings for you, all right? And good luck with the album.
Thank you. You too. Big love.
Big up everyone who came in for that interview. And like I said, once again, blessings to Menace and Blaze. Such a nice, humbling guy, man. He really is. And as I said, give him a follow if you're not already.